Hello dear class, today we shall try to learn the lesson the 100 dresses part 2. So this is what in continuation of the previous lesson, the 100 dresses part 2 reveals why Wanda Petronsky had not been coming to school. Okay, I think you are done with the 100 dresses part 1 in previous classes. So today in this class we shall learn about the lesson the 100 dresses part 2. Okay, the Petronsky family decided to move to a big city where no one would care about their unfamiliar name. Okay, so this is what the introduction of the dresses 2. So what does it explain? On hearing the note, Maddie and Peggy got anxious as they realized that they would never get a chance for making amends for all the teasing they had done. Okay, we'll see what happens in this lesson, but before going to the explanation, I would like to clear with the introduction to you all. Okay, so what happens here? So Petronsky had not been coming to school. The Petronsky family decided to move to a big city where no one could care about their unfamiliar name. Okay, they had the problem with their name, so they want to go to a big city where no one could bother about their name. So on hearing the note, Maddie and Peggy got anxious as they realized that they would never get a chance for making amends for all the teasing they had done. So both the girls get relieved only on learning that Wanda liked them and had dedicated one of the 100 dresses to each one of them. So this is what the full introduction of the lesson the 100 dresses part 2. So now we shall go to the lesson. So before starting with the lesson, we will have just a glance. So what does the lesson convey us? So how we judge the people around us by their money, wealth and positions. This also matters a lot. You might have experienced in some of the cases. Okay, or there's something of a more enduring value to look for in a person. Okay, there is a proverb you might have heard that don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, so this is the proverb, but that similar a lot to this lesson, I think. So third one is that the largest wave of Polish immigration occurred during the World War II, when more than 1 million Poles are migrated to the United States. Yeah, sure. Okay, and Polish Americans were sometimes discriminated against in the United States as were Irish, Italians and Jews. Okay, you just keep in mind these all the 4 points before we proceed to the lesson. So coming to 100 dresses. So as you can see in the picture that you are seeing many more dresses here which are of different colors, different styles. Okay, so we'll proceed to the lesson. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal's office brought Miss Masson a note. Miss Masson read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Then she clapped her hands. Attention class. Everyone back to their seat. When the shuffling of feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet, Miss Masson said. So what Miss Masson said here? Attention class, everyone back to their seat. So everyone go back to their seat. Okay. I have a letter from Wanda's father that I want to read to you. Miss Masson stood there a moment and the silence in the room grew tense and expectant. The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Her manner indicated that what was coming this letter from Wanda's father was a matter of great importance. Everybody listened closely as Miss Mason read the brief note. So what happened here? Everyone was having a look at the amazing drawings Wanda had drawn and admiring it when the monitor of the class brought a piece of note for Miss Mason. Miss Mason read the note multiple times as she couldn't believe that what was written in it. Finally, she decided to gather the class to read it loud and clear. It was a letter from Wanda Petroniski Dads. Okay. She silenced for a while, which created tension in the minds of the students. She adjusted her spectacles, which made it clear how important that note is. She began reading it and everyone listened carefully. So dear students, what happened in this paragraph? The children were roaming in the class. Okay, the monitor of the class brings a letter from the principal office and it was a notice brought to Miss Mason. So Miss Mason is the teacher of the class. The monitor of the class brings a notice from the principal's office and gave it to Miss Mason. So as there was a lot of disturbances in the class, she was unable to read it properly. So she makes the class very attentive and tells them, attention class, and take back your seat. And she have a letter from Wanda's father, and which made the class very silent and all were tensed, and it was a matter of great importance there. So this was all what happened in the first paragraph. So here listen closely means listen with very attention. Okay. Dear teacher, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jake also. Now we move away to big city. No more holler Polak. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky. So this was the letter written by Jan Petrosky. So what happened here? The letter began with a salutation to Miss Mason. The letter began with a salutation to Miss Mason. Wanda's father conveyed his intention of not sending both of his children, Wanda and Jake, to school anymore. So here Wanda and Jake are the children of Jan Petronsky, as they were having awkward name which the children made fun of. So he sends a letter to the principal that his children are not going to come for the class the next day. He mentioned that they were shifting to another city, a big city, one where no one would care enough about their strange names. A big city with a lot of people having weird names. Okay, Wanda's classmates thought her name was weird and funny. So Wanda was a Polish immigrant to America and thus had an unfamiliar name. So as the children of Jan Petronsky were having the strange names which the children made fun of them. So the father of the children sends a letter and says that we are leaving the city where and we are moving to the city where the people are having weird names and which is filled up for lot of people. Moving to the next paragraph. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. Miss Masson took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on her soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice was very low. I am sure that none of the boys and girls in the room 13 would purposely and deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because his or her name happened to be a long, unfamiliar one. I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtlessness. I know that all of you feel the way I do. That this is a very unfortunate thing to have happened. Unfortunate and sad, both. And I want you all to think about it. So what happened here? After hearing what was there in that letter, everyone was left speechless. Means everyone kept quiet and there was a silence for a moment in the class. Miss Masson too was stunned, and thus she cleaned her glasses over them again and spoke to the class in a low voice. So Miss Masson became sad and wiping her glasses, she spoke to the class in a very low voice. So what she says, we'll see. She conveyed her disappointment to the class and asked them to ensure her that nothing was done purposefully to hurt Wanda. She gave the children benefit of doubt that everything they did and was done unintentionally. She said whatever happened was sad and unfortunate. She advised the students to introspect about it too. In the sense, after hearing the matter of the letter, everyone became silent and Miss Masson became sad and stunned. In that moment, she cleaned her glasses with the handkerchief she had and again wearing the glass, spoke in a very low voice. With a disappointment, she asked them to ensure that nothing was done purposefully and it was unintentional to that. She gave the children benefit of doubt that everything was did unintentionally, and she said whatever happened was very sad and it was unfortunate, and she advised the students to introspect about it too. Means she made the children realize of their mistake. I think we will stop here. So whatever happened till now was the class was in a very disturbance mode. All the children were roaming here and there in the class. So the monitor of the class brought a letter from the principal office and gave it to Miss Masson. Miss Masson read it several times and carefully, and in order to convey the message which is present in the letter, she attended the class by saying that, attention class, everyone take back your seat and keep quiet while I have a letter from the principal's office. I am gonna read it. So after reading the letter, everyone became silent and they realized what the mistake they have done. So in that letter, the father of the two children written that the father's name is Jan Petrinsky and the children's name are Wanda and Joke. So what does the letter convey? The father convey that his children will not be coming to the school the next day as they were having the strange name and the children would make fun of them names of they had. Okay, we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.